What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy YUNGFAB tapping back in with another video. You know what I'm saying? Hey, today we got the NBA expansion, man. I don't know if y'all been living under a rock, but the NBA social media, there's been a lot of talks about adding 2 more teams to the league, man. You know what I'm saying? The Supersonics from Seattle and a team to Las Vegas, man. You know what I'm saying? The team Seattle Supersonics, they expanded back then. I don't even know what year, for a couple years back, to the OKC Thunder, and now we might see a return of that team, man. I don't know what that's going to do for the NBA besides bring some more players and more contracts, man, but let's get right into it and let's learn. You know what I'm saying? If y'all new to the channel, suggest y'all hit that subscribe button. Let's go!
So, some massive news is going on in the NBA, and a lot of people are excited about it, and honestly, so am I. But I do think there are some massive ramifications that a lot of people are not considering. So first off, some of you are going to be wondering what the heck I'm talking about, but seeing that I'm getting this video out a day after the story originally broke, most of you are probably going to be well aware. Well, let me get you up to speed for those of you who don't know. The NBA is looking to expand, and this isn't just conversations anymore. They're now making plans for it, and there will soon be a vote on it. So with the expansion, the NBA is looking to add 2 additional teams to the league, which would make it a grand total of 32 teams in the league. 1 team in Las Vegas and the other team in Seattle.
Okay.
The cities have been decided. There won't be any sort of negotiating after this point. As far as I understand, it's going to be Las Vegas and it's going to be Seattle. So here's what's going to happen. So basically, the NBA team owners will vote on this between March 24th and 25th. And if this passes...
I wonder why specifically these spots. I mean, Seattle makes sense. They used to have a team, but, like, Las Vegas, like, I don't know. What other team would be better? Or what other state, I guess?
Then the 2 new teams will likely be implemented into the NBA by the 2028 to 2029 season. Now, there's so much to unpack
there's a lot of money
this proposed plan that in all likelihood is going to happen, because this is basically going to generate even more revenue for the players and for the owners. So I don't really see it not happening. But with that being said, not every single player is going to be making more money because of this. Just most players. I'll get into that more shortly.
Okay.
Now, based on these 2 new locations, these 2 teams are going to have to be in the Western Conference, which would make there be 17 teams in the West and 15 teams in the East. And obviously,
why would they do
we
that?
can't have that kind of imbalance within the league, which is why the league is looking to send a couple of Midwest teams to the Eastern Conference. Now, if you're an old school NBA fan, then you'll know that this isn't necessarily anything new. A lot of teams have moved from conference to conference due to league expansion. Heck, at one point during the 1970s, the Chicago Bulls, the Detroit Pistons, the Indiana Pacers, and the Milwaukee Bucks were all simultaneously in the Western Conference. Now,
really? I didn't know that. Huh?
According to Shams, the teams that would be moved from the West to the East in order to rebalance the league would be the Memphis Grizzlies and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, they're not literally moving the location, but they would just be then classified as an Eastern team rather than a Western team. Obviously, the NBA power rankings are going to be very different by the 2029 season, but as things currently stand, sending the Wolves to the East would really shake up things in an amazing way, if you ask me. You're talking about moving an Anthony Edwards-led team to a weaker conference just as he's reaching the prime years of his career.
Hey.
That's bad news for the elite teams currently in the East.
That's kind of what I was finna ask. How bad would it affect for a team to switch conferences? Like, would that really affect it? You know what I'm saying?
That's great news for the top teams in the West. As far as the new teams we're getting, well, Vegas is the least surprising thing that I've ever heard, seeing how the NBA is already in bed with all of these various gambling companies. When Seattle gets their team, I think it's pretty safe to assume that they're just going to be the Seattle Supersonics, which will be a glorious return of a once-beloved franchise. Now, let me make this abundantly clear. Seattle fans, I am happy for you, and I do really hope that this ends up happening, and that your team quickly becomes a successful franchise.
Oh my God.
But I'm not going to lie. I have some serious concerns about the future Sonics' ability to sign marquee
What if they'd make it a different team logo, name, even colors? Oof. I wonder what the fans are gonna say next, chat.
free agents, or really any attractive free agents for that matter. Listen, I never want to talk about politics on this channel that is usually strictly about basketball. But every once in a while, there's a certain topic where it becomes unavoidable. And I do believe that this is one of those. Seattle just recently passed a quote millionaire tax, which means anyone who exceeds a salary of $1 million will have to pay the state an additional 9.9% of their annual income. Then of course you add in your federal taxes and you do the math. That means that nearly every unmarried player who signs with the Sonics will be required to give roughly half of his income to the government. To say that this will generally be a big deterrent,
no one's gonna want to live here or play on this team, bro. None of them. There's no point. You're gonna get half your income cut because of a law? Bro, no one's gonna want to play on this team then. That's such a bad idea. The NBA has to work something out with that.
to star players would be a massive understatement. It's well known that superstar players in the past have been swayed to sign for teams in Texas and Florida since there's no state income taxes in those states. Not only will Seattle have to compete against that, but they'll specifically have a 10% millionaire tax as well. Talk about swimming upstream. As much as I love the thought of KD going back to Seattle after all these years, I honestly have a hard time seeing a guy like him leaving that much money on the table. I mean, would you? So yeah, in some ways, this is great news. And I do think it's really going to spice things up in both conferences in an exciting way.
Oh my
And
god!
I am stoked for Seattle fans who have been waiting for years to finally get their team back.
Woo!
But if and when that happens, it's probably going to be much harder for them to compete than it was in years past.
Wow.
So maybe temper your expectations just a little bit. So what do you guys think? Are you excited about the news that the NBA is likely expanding? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below.
Man, all I'm gonna say is I'm personally pretty excited to see the expansion of other NBA teams, man. I feel like Seattle fans are really stoked and excited to see what could come next for, the state of Oregon, man. But I don't know how those tax limitations and whatnot is going to affect the NBA trades and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Is it going to cause a lot of arguments and fights? I don't know. Only time will tell, man. But hey, besides that, if y'all did like this video, hit that like button down below. Comment down below other videos you want me to react to. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new content coming to the channel. Have a good day, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Yes, sir.